Hey guys, I am Ibigandscary. I'm bringing you another StarCraft 2 replay. This time it is game one of a three-part series between two teammates, Fish and Soul. We have Soul on our bottom right-hand side, our red Terran, and from the same clan we have Fish, our gold Zerg. So we've got Zerg versus Terran, by far the best matchup. Uh, aw. The best matchup as far as StarCraft is concerned. Catalina is our map, and both players are gold. Both players are gold from Guns and Roaches, I believe, is the GNR. It's not Guns and Roses because that would be the band. This is Guns and Roaches, and I believe that the guns are for the Terran, and the roaches are referring not to the weed, but rather to the unit, the roach unit. Because we here at Ibigandscary, we do not condone drug use or alcohol consumption in any way, shape, or form. No, totally immoral. Fish opening up, no early pool, getting up that early Overlord, beginning to bank his gas or minerals rather. Catalina, it's a shitty map to go and rush on. You really have no idea where your opponent's gonna come out, and then the ramp is just so damn small. It is very hard for Zerg to do any sort of successful cheese on this map as far as like a tin pool is concerned. Soul, however, he's gonna be loving life. He's got that barracks down. He's got that gas coming up. Both of which are gonna be finishing pretty much right on top of each other. Probably gonna have just enough gas to pop out an early Reaper. Very typical Terran opening. And we can see that the two overlords from Fish scouting out correctly, going down to the bottom right hand side. One of them is going to be a little bit delayed in spotting out the Terran map, but that's okay. Hatchery coming up well before the spawning pool. No early gas. Fish is going to be great. He's going to have a little bit of a hard time repelling that early Reaper, but anybody who plays Zerg on the ladder knows exactly that, it's understandable if you lose one or two drones. It's understandable if you have to cancel a spine or something like that, just to deal with that early pressure. We do see that early Reaper coming out, and this is whenever we enter the divergent. What direction does Soul want to take this? Because as far as Fish is concerned, he wants to take it in one direction and one direction only. He wants to saturate this natural, hopefully get a third, transition to something else. He's getting that gas, he's getting that spawn pool, but that's strictly because he wants to be a little bit defensive compared to what Soul is going to be getting. So really the ball's in Soul's court, and he sees all. He's got that SCV in there. Pardon me, I'm going to cough. This is like my third cast of the day, and I'm very rusty. This is my third cast of like the month or something like that. I've taken off the whole semester just because of school. I don't know if you know this, but I'm a pre-med student. So whenever I say I took off for school, I really mean I worked my ass off for school, and I did pretty well. Not gonna lie, I did well enough that I'm treating myself during my break. I'm gonna be casting a crap ton, hopefully getting back into it. It's gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to it. Reaper comes in. It's gonna be working on a couple of these drones. A little bit of miss micro here from Fish. I'd love to see him react a little bit stronger to this. Maybe pull a handful of his own drones, chase that Reaper away. Maybe grab the drone that was being picked on and morph it into a spine. It's much better to cancel the spine later on and recoup, only losing 25 of those minerals rather than losing the drone, the larva, as well as 50 minerals in the fact that you made those, you had to make a replacement drone. Reaper looks like it's going to go down. Nice pathing from the Queen's. Probably going to get off another pot shot. Maybe. Oh, definitely. Poor choice of direction for that Reaper. Maybe if he had decided to jump down here, the Queen would have only hit him once. He'd be able to pop up here. See, there's no saturation, no early gas. A hell of a lot of Zerglings out on the field. Is this just an overreaction from Fish, or is this the sign that he's going to be a little bit more aggressive? Well, he is continuing to work on that gas. He's almost got 200 saved up. No early lair or anything like that. Would love to see a Bailey nest come down, but no, he's going to be working on that speed. That's totally cool too. Still plenty of gas left over to make a Bailey nest is all I'm saying. Two more barracks being made, and the CC is almost done up on the high ground for Soul. I don't think he's going to be able to push down and take his low ground just yet. Just not enough Marines out on the field. Only 4 of them right now. We see a tech lab coming down, probably going to be working on that combat shield and stem. Oh, reactor probably for the factory? Maybe. Hellions are awfully good at dealing with a lot of slow Zerglings, even with that speed on the way. A Baneling nest also being started for Fish, so, wow, this is great. I really like this. Both players are in a very classic position right now. This is where the meta is really figured out. Does Fish want to go for a Baneling bust? Does he want to break this down, sacrifice a lot of the Zerglings that he's made, really kind of hold back on the drone count to commit a lot to this push, or does he back off and allow Soul to progress into that very typical 11-minute timing attack? Well, he's got the tech lab already started on the stem, got combat shield probably in the wings from this other tech lab. No, it's another Reaper, a reactor. I wonder. Widow Mines. I don't know. I expect to see a tech lab from one of these. Maybe that reactor is going to be destined for the Stargate or something like that. But I would love to see another tech lab working on that combat shield. Combat shields cannot be neglected, and only getting stem out, that would be very, very handy in 100 seconds from now, whenever he inevitably tries. But oh no, this is terrible for that SCV walking down the ramp. Not enough Zerglings behind this to actually follow this up, though. The supply depot does go deep into the red. Maybe those Zerglings will be able to rush through, but just not enough Zerglings behind to actually deal with the breakdown of that wall. So unfortunately for Fish, he doesn't commit enough. He kind of takes the middle row and unfortunately doesn't accomplish anything except for loses all of his Banelings. All the damage is going to be done is going to be repaired. Sure, he kind of stunted the economy for a couple of seconds, but let's be honest, that orbital command was already an orbital command. He chose to morph it up on top. He's going to be able to throw down that mule on the low ground and immediately pop back to where he's supposed to be, economically speaking. Stem is almost done completely, but we still don't see any combat shields. Combat shields is probably going to wait until this tech lab is done. He's going to start again on that combat shields, but with only making one medevac at a time, I see that 11-minute timing attack probably not going to be as intimidating as it's supposed to be. There goes the reactor. Hopefully that's for that starport. I'm not 100% sure at this moment. Single engineering bay, probably going to be working on that +1 weapons attack. And yeah, Soul's in a nice position right now. Fish, though, is eking for another push. He's got that Baneling nest up. He needs to justify the expenditure of that Baneling nest. And sure, those Banelings are going to be very, very helpful for that 11-minute timing attack. However, with this push, plenty of Zerglings are behind the Banelings this time, and no micro to speak of from Soul. It doesn't even get him into the bunker. Bunker does go down. 3 Banelings left to deal with this minorly saturated natural, but oh no, the ramp is up and the Widow Mines are in the area. There goes, oh my goodness. That Widow Mine, brutal hits. However, there's plenty of Zerglings left over to actually deal with the SCVs on the low ground. So a nice hot pickup, saving 4 of those SCVs from Soul. However, Fish is going to succeed in at least forcing the liftoff of this orbital command. Come on, there we go. Actually doing the liftoff right after it gets into the red, so it is inevitably going to burn down. However, with 4 SCVs waiting in the wings, as soon as he moves that over there, no problem at all. Third base is coming out from Fish, a little bit delayed for your typical Zerg. However, Fish has been very aggressive so far, so I like it. I really like where Fish is at. Oh, wow. His natural is actually really not saturated at all. It's really been kind of faltering on the drone count. So Fish is actually committing a lot more to this attack than I thought he was going to be. Really being mindful of the fact that Widow Mine is in that area. These Banelings are probably going to destroy that Widow Mine this time. Very nice play from Fish. However, it's just, once again, not enough to actually succeed in breaking this down. Not committing enough. Committing just too little, even with a lot of extra Zerglings in the wings. It's good that he didn't commit them up there, because that Widow Mine hit would have been even more brutal with just 4 guys dead. This orbital command is going to burn down with these 3 SCVs watching it burn down. That's actually really funny. However, it's kind of unfortunate. No, there goes the repair. No, he's just sending another one over there. No big deal. That's really funny. I hope it burns down. I hope it burns down. Fish is... I don't know. He's got 3 bases. There goes the drop. I totally missed it. There goes the drop that we knew was coming. I mean, those medevacs had to be doing something. Actually using some SCVs in the drop, which is weird. Oh, no. So the Marines do go down. 30 over 20 harvester count, but remember that Fish has 3 hatcheries. We do see a Spire actually being made right now, and another Baneling bus coming in. More than enough Banelings this time to actually destroy everything up there. Come on, yeah. Thank you. Actually destroying everything at the top of that ramp. Now these Zerglings are definitely going to have free reign to actually swing in there. However, with 2 Widow Mines, blowing up probably more than half of the Zerglings, Fish really has to do some economic damage right now. He has a tattered economy back at home, 20 over 30. With 3 hatcheries, he's going to be able to swing right back into things, but I have a feeling he's not staying on top of his larva injects, or he's just not focusing on his economy. 13 drones, there we go. Fantastic. Almost 50% increase in his drone count right when the Spire finishes. It would have been nice to get those into mutas too, but hey, end of the day, I'd much rather have a booming economy than a tech that's very key for that given second. And hey, he even remembered to heal that orbital command up, so that's fantastic. I'm really liking what I'm seeing, guys. I'm really liking this third CC coming out from Soul. Soul has successfully rebuffed Fish, and now Fish, it looks like he's going to be falling back on what he knows. Get that economy back up and running. In fact, I would use the next 2 rounds of drones and just 100% make them into or 100% the larva into drones. 33 harvesters right now for 3 bases is really not where you need to be. You need another 50% increase, really. Take it up to almost 60, and then you'll have a booming economy. You'll have a hell of a lot bigger gas income, be able to make a lot more mutas, and just be able to dominate the opponent, because you need a hell of a lot of gas. You need a lot of gas to deal with the style that we're seeing from Soul. These Marines with their stim, their combat shield. Does he have an upgrade? Yeah, he got 1-1 already. Fantastic. And for this style, you need constant waves of Zerglings. You need constant waves, oh man, of Banelings. And it looks like the Spire does go down. Another successful drop behind the mineral lines from Soul. I'm so rusty. I keep missing these. And it looks like the Marines are going to get cleaned up this time. Even if they manage to get into the medevac, it gets picked off by these Queens. So good defense. Good defense from from Fish, rather. It sucks that the Spire goes down, but let's be honest, he didn't really have the economy to produce the Mutalisks needed at the time. Hopefully this means he's going to redouble on the drone count, but why would he? 22 more Zerglings on the production tab. And a nice solid wall off from Soul back at home. No Marines in the area, but he's got plenty of Widow Mines back up on top. So even if the Baneling bust does go through and he manages to break down that wall, Fish is going to have his work cut out for him trying to take care of all these places. However, remember that third CC has been constructed, and so that means that Soul is looking to take a third. And if Fish allows him to take a third, then rapidly we can see the economic edge that Fish is kind of eked out right now in the form of his 3 bases. Can start to dwindle. In fact, as Fish comes in here, actually starts to pick off more than a handful of those SCVs. We can see that, actually, I really don't know what those numbers were before, just because of that first attack on the natural. However, he definitely killed more than a few, and forcing the Terran off of his main is severely hurting, especially his gas income. That's absolutely brutal. Plenty of gas banked up, but not a lot of minerals, and really you need a lot of minerals in order to justify all of those Marines. The drop is finally reaching the main right now, and it looks like nothing is back at home to stop it, because all these Zerglings are trying to walk up, but because of the wall off, they just can't. Looks like that layer is going to go down, probably the spawning pool shortly thereafter. Will he turn around? No, oh man, those poor Zerglings. The second the Zerglings decide to attack, though, this base is equally screwed. We can see that, this natural is completely damned. Yeah, sure, these Mutalisks are probably going to be taking a lot of damage from the static defenses, especially this ring of missile turrets. At the same time, though, the infrastructure back at home for Fish is going to be in tatters. Remember, he's got 3 bases, though, so yeah, those drones could probably transfer if he had drones. 25 over 26, he's really only got 1 base of drones right now, but wow, look at that income. Totally gone for Soul, and he doesn't have much of a bank at all. He's not going to be able to produce Marines back at home. I think Fish might have this just by sheer numbers, by sheer stubborn numbers. He's got enough Zerglings on the ground to deal with this drop. As soon as it does make its way down here, the 3 Widow Mines. Oh no, those Widow Mines are going to successfully destroy every piece of economy that Fish has and his natural. But he's got a hidden 4th up at the top right hand side, even a handful of drones to mine from it. And Soul really doesn't have enough to re-macro out of this. The Marines do arrive back home. Oh my goodness, that's a lot more Marines than I thought, and it looks like the Widow Mines have definitely done a number on these Zerglings. Will these Zerglings be enough to actually take out these Marines? No, especially not if they don't attack in large numbers. Oh my goodness, this is still neck and neck. How is this still neck and neck? Oh no. Oh, Fish, 24 to 33. Fish, you had the world. You had the world, and you're letting it slip through your fingers. 640 minerals right now. Oh, wow, just a comical amount of gas, but no tech to speak of. I don't even know if he can make Zerglings at this point. No, he can't. He is making a spawning pool. He's going to have to remake his entire infrastructure, and he's got no way to detect these at all, because remember, the layer went down. So as soon as these Marines show up, will he have enough Zerglings on the field? How many Zerglings does he have? Only a dozen. Oh my goodness. Does he have any more in the production pad? No, he does not. Remember, spawning pool. Simon, you're so stupid. 17 Zerglings to a dozen Marines. Oh, this is not going to end well. Even with the 3 Queens, even if they were all within range with stim, with combat shields, I think Soul has this. Oh my goodness, what an incredibly close game. I could definitely called in the favor of Fish. Man, that was awesome. Soul definitely doing his business with those drops. Definitely won him the game. That second drop that came in here took out that spawning pool and the Bangley nest, as well as the lair, and then having the I don't know, knowledge of being able to split off, move your Widow Mines down here into the natural, and then retreat with all of your Marines, because that was enough to deal with them. Even the Planetary Fortress, which I totally missed. The Widow Mines back at home. That was awesome. That was a really, really good play. I'm looking forward to games 2, possibly 3. It's a best of 3. I'm not sure if there's a third game or not. Regardless, there will be other games for you to watch, so thank you for that. If you have a game you want me to cast, you could PM me here or on Reddit. One way or another, I will see you guys later. I am Big and Scary.